to the Lakers, who are also a family business, family owned, and Jeannie Buss, it's become quite a dumpster fire at this point. The coaching, who they're looking for, who they're going to get. Now the reports now that Magic Johnson quit because he was blind copied on emails that were going back and forth between Jeannie and Rob Pelinka, where Rob was being very critical of what Magic was doing and what he wasn't doing. And frankly, I think, to not tell your boss that you're quitting and to quit like that, it's cowardly. It's absolutely cowardly. And this makes it look even more cowardly. And but that doesn't take away from the fact that this is a team that is reeling. It's in disarray. And now the rumors are out that LeBron, they're on a short leash with LeBron at this point. And who is there? They can't screw up this coaching decision. Yeah. They got to get it right. And the fact now that Kurt Rambis has been in on some of these
Pat
interviews,
Riley has actually, his name's been
he has said, come out right out and said he's not interested in it, and I don't think he would be. He'll take a phone call from Jeannie Buss just out of courtesy, and the memory of her father, but that's about it. And so, it's a tough situation for Laker fans at this point.
Yeah, I don't even know where to go with it, because it's a complete drama situation up there, and I don't think I think they're reeling, like you said. If Ty Lue is their answer,
at this point, I would take Ty Lue if that's who LeBron wants, just to settle that part of it down.
But I would only sign him for like 3 years, because you only got a couple more years with LeBron, right? Like,
yeah, he's got an option,
right? And I don't know. It's just I look at that situation. It's like a soap opera,
It's absolutely a soap opera.
Yeah, and I just kind of go down. Now Luke's in trouble
and that's a shame.
Up in Sacramento, and now she's coming out to the public. It's when one soap opera leaves another, I guess.
And now what do the Kings do? And obviously this is a situation where now the Lakers are like, phew, we dodged that bullet. We don't have to go down that rabbit hole. But now what do the Sacramento Kings do? They hired Luke pretty quickly without much vetting.
I think you got to support him and hopefully these things pop up a lot, and they're always handled out of court, right? I mean, it happens with NFL football players a lot, actually, and basketball players, but.
With general managers like Isaiah Thomas and things like that. I don't know enough. I mean, we're in an era now where accusations like this are an everyday occurrence. They're happening more, and there are two sides to every story. Or actually, some people say there are three sides to every story. There's yours, there's hers, and there's the cold hard truth, right? So. We don't know, but she's coming out and she sounds earnest, and Kelly Tennant from Spectrum Sportsnet, who says she thought of Luke as a friend, and that he threw himself on her, and it's a very tough situation. Have you heard anything about it, Charlie? Or
I just know that the ownership, the owner for the Kings, has really done a great job of rallying that community around the organization, instilling pride that had been maybe gone because of the lack of wins over the years. And I think he's a pretty solid guy with a great business career that it'll be an interesting decision for him to make on how he handles it. But again, you made the statement that they hired him quickly and there wasn't much vetting going on maybe during that decision. But was this brought to light back then? I don't know enough about
because I always wonder, like, why now? Why did she come out now?
Again, I'm not a woman.
Right.
And again, these things can be deep-seated and very emotional, and there are plenty of women, and I'm sure Charlie, this with a strong wife who has strong opinions about these sorts of things. It's like it doesn't matter that it took her this long.
Right.
Yeah, if she's coming out and this is her truth,
when it
doesn't.
Comes out,
it just doesn't matter.
Right, yeah.
And for her,
you have to guard against feeling that sense of, was there some type of opportunistic presentation of this situation by saying why now, but it does put pressure on the timing on the organization to react appropriately.
And that's the hard thing, because they rushed into it. But then they have to do the due diligence, and again, this is a part where this is not a criminal charge. She came out and plainly stated that her lawyer didn't have a very good answer, but she said she didn't think that this warranted a criminal thing. She didn't want Luke to end up being arrested or go to jail because of these allegations. So they're handling it in civil court. And again, that opens up to criticism of, why is she doing it? Is it just for money, or is it because of whatever? But, look, she feared for her job, and that's what she says. And it's these accusations are de rigueur at this point. And of course those things happen. We know those. As men, we know that those things happen, and it's really a shame. This is the career of a young man, a promising career of a young man, even though he didn't do very well in LA, who seems like a good guy. But, Kelly Tennant has made these allegations, and she's got to be out there. And she obviously knows what this can mean, what it can mean for her career, what it can mean for her publicly, and the kind of, responses that the public will make, and saying why now and why in this way. And it's just doesn't feel good, the boys will be boys thing just doesn't fly anymore. That it's a different era, and it doesn't matter when she came out, right? She came out now, and that's her thing. Yeah. But let's get to the truth. Let's figure it out, right? Let's figure it out. And the Sacramento's got some hard choices with this and what they're going to do. And in a really weird way, the Lakers are fortunate that this didn't come out. Because what if they had decided we're going to keep Luke, and then this has to come?
Yeah.
And then
gasoline on the fire.
Yeah, exactly. To something that's already total